As always,
Great television, man.
when we do what the internet is saying, it's brought to you by PCC Airfoils.
Looking
for a job with career advancement and great benefits? PCC Airfoils is a leading manufacturer in Northeast Ohio. All locations of PCC Airfoils in Eastlake, Mentor, Wickliffe, and Minerva are hiring for all positions starting at $18
Only airfoils
and
I
up.
use.
Plus, get a full benefit package, paid time off, and a signing bonus. Apply online at precast.com/careers to learn more.
Don't we have a video?
For Roundstone.
No. Okay.
You gotta
My
do
bad.
it. You gotta
We
do
got
it
Elvis for
a
Roundstone
cappella.
today.
So,
We missed-
so
we
you
missed
probably
it.
weren't even thinking about
I
what you
wasn't
were
even
doing.
thinking about doing a song for PCC.
All
I
right.
thought we were
You
doing
down
a
with
PCC song.
PCC?
Sorry. Yeah, you know me.
There we go. That works. That always works in a pinch.
I
Throw it
hate
in.
that one, but who cares what I like?
Yeah, I know.
Let's-
You got it. If you had your golf book here, I wouldn't have done that.
I know, you're right. That's
People
totally
only care
fair.
about what the internet likes, and what the internet likes is this dunk yesterday from none other than Bronny James. Let's take the tag board full here. If you guys missed it, Bronny James is overseas in France playing in a high school European tour, which seems ridiculous in its own right.
Drop
But
a bomb on that?
Bronny James took off. We'll play it again here for UG Bush. Take a nice look.
Look at those children on his team. Oh my gosh.
That's a nice dunk.
And that's pretty nasty.
How good is he, by the way?
He's a 4-star recruit.
That's nice.
He's not an elite prospect,
He's
right?
not. No,
you guys
he's not.
know I don't.
He's
you,
number
hey,
62 player
Here's the thing
in
is,
ESPN.
You guys know
he's
I
the
hate
number
seeing this.
62. If his name was Jamal Smith, I don't know that he's top 100. I had, and I don't know that world at all. I had someone who does know that world tell me that. That's exactly what he said.
Right.
Here's your problem. See, this is the thing. It's the best. I didn't know how good he was, but let's talk about it's the LaMelo Ball syndrome, right? LaMelo Ball was like when LeVar Ball was like, oh, he's gonna be a number one pick,
LeVar
number
Ball's
two
such
pick,
a
right?
D-bag.
People are like, come on, he got a weird shot. He doing all this. See, but what happens is it's all about
Hype.
It's the hype, but then pretty soon what happens is they start having resources.
Right.
And the resources that LeBron got, you could already tell. Like, he could already shoot. But now he's jumping a little higher, right? His body is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Then you start getting into that level where it's like, well, that's all he gonna do. That's his life. His father gonna put him on that rotation, that routine. And then pretty soon, when the mentality get there, mixed with the fact that he got the facilities, he got the trainers.
And the DNA.
And the DNA.
Yep. And he's probably at some special lab
what's
in
not
Nova
fair-
Scotia shooting him up with special stuff that makes him
What's
taller and
not
faster.
fair is that, like, if he's just a decent NBA player,
Yeah.
people are going to look at that as a big disappointment.
Well, look at Michael Jordan's kids. They were
Well, but-
average college players.
but they didn't
at
even get
small
to the
schools.
NBA,
No,
right?
but imagine
I know.
when you walk into a gym and you're Jeffrey Jordan, everybody's like,
he's
right.
This-
But
there
I'm
he
saying,
is.
like, if Bronny makes it to the NBA and he plays for 10, 12 years, and
averages 6 points a
right,
game.
he's a
Yeah.
a guy
It's a
who's
disappointment.
deserves to be on the team, but is not any kind of all-star or anything.
Right.
Still not a terrible
That's
life
an
for the guy.
amazing accomplishment to get to the
It is,
NFL.
but
or the
unfortunately,
NBA.
it's minimized because
Right.
he's junior.
Yeah.
He'll I think he'll keep working. The worst thing that could happen with him was him be ranked number 1 or 2 or in the top 10.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
then,
you're right.
Now,
More
if,
pressure,
if
more
you
pressure.
if you 60, you can say, bro, they don't think you good at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Expectations are already
Right.
Yep.
dampened.
By the way, 2 things I hate about basketball drive me nuts. Number 1 is all the what's the word I'm looking for? When they take fake fouls. Why can't I think of the word?
Flopping.
Flopping. I couldn't think of the word. Flopping. Number 2, show the video again. Can we show that video? I hate this when players do this on the bench. Makes me freaking crazy every time I see
The
it.
hold me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, what are you going to
Oh,
do?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
hold me back.
Look at this LRWD. Right there. Little red and
That
white
was the
dude.
weakest hold me back.
The hold me back. Hold me back. I've never seen a dunk before. Hold me back. Hold me
Yeah.
back.
You
I
know
hate
what?
that.
Where I first saw it was at the dunk contest.
Hold me
Yeah.
back.
You know,
so
it
stupid.
became a
It-
big
because
thing.
it's
at the
so
dunk
annoying.
contest.
Guys
Probably
do that.
sincere, like the first time or
Yeah.
something.
Yes. And now it's like shtick.
Now they all mimic it, and now those
Yeah.
kids there saw it, and now
You
they
think
think
kids
they
are
can do it.
imaginative? You'd think they'd come up with something fresh.
Right. Hate that.
Something that we like.
No, they
nuts.
just mimic.
Now,
it.
here's
Kind of like the high five. Like
The Bronny
it
thing-
had its time.
Yeah.
By the way,
It's
remember the
come and
Bronny thing, I hate seeing him getting better because, as you'll recall, my goal is for him to stink and for us to draft him as a sympathy thing and for
get
Cleveland,
LeBron to come
get
home.
LeBron, so this works against my narrative.
And by the way, like, I know your buddy Skip Bayless tweeted and took a shot at LeBron's kid, which was absurd. But I
Well,
don't
put
want
it in context before you say take a shot.
Yeah.
Some people might look at it as a backhanded compliment.
No, it was not a compliment at all.
He did say, wow.
Wow.
You got
Yeah.
it done. Here it is. Hey, Bronny, impressive. but your dad would have dunked it left-handed. So that's derogatory.
Yeah.
You sure got away with it, thoe.
It's lame that Skip did it, but
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's why I said some might not see that as a shot.
He said I think he just
What he
he's
pointed at,
nudging him.
here's
okay,
what,
I see you.
Did you just meet Skip Bayless today?
No.
Of course that's a shot.
No, I just think it's like
Of course that's a shot, but that's why Skip is the best at what he does, because he gets people all aggravated.
He's on. Yeah,
He gets people like me screaming and yelling, "What the hell? Skip Bayless is an idiot!" Blah, 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 blah. But that's what he's trying to do because he wants you to watch his show,
And he's very
it
good at
works.
It's like me going to see Mike Pope, right?
Yeah.
He's doing a comedy act, right?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
He come through, he say a joke, and it shut the house down a little bit. And I go up to him and be like, man, you know what? I like that. Robert Williams would have said it like this, but you got away with it, though.
I met a lot of you guys.
Now, I said Robin Williams. If I put your name and Robin Williams in the same sentence, that means in the culture, you did a good thing.
No.
He's comparing
No,
Bronny
you're wrong.
to the greatest player of all time.
yeah.
If you told Mike's not a stand-up. Mike does.
I don't know. He knows.
No,
who I
Mike
am.
does stand up,
call?
and he
I
does
mean,
it very
you do,
well.
but
I've
like,
seen him
well,
do it.
that's
get
not
into
your
it.
thing.
I'm really kind of a chameleon of sorts.
He's an entertainer.
a Renaissance
I don't
man.
even
I
know
think
what
he
they
could
call
be
Williams
a
is an
skit
actor.
comedian.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a very creative writer, but I'm telling you, I've seen his stand-up. He's very good at
None
stand-up.
of this matters.
Mike,
The point is, LeBron's son needs to stink.
See, I
more
just
so
insulted
that
Mike saying he's not a stand-up.
no,
not
Mike
at
is
all.
very uncomfortable with
Yes.
anybody talking about him or giving him
No,
praise.
but like,
Yeah,
but
only
like,
if it's
if you
positive.
said, because like, we had Don Jameson here a couple of weeks ago, right? Like, if you said to Don, like, oh, that was good, but Robin Williams would have done it, he'd be like, F you.
Right.
He may not say that publicly, but privately, he'd say
Bronny's
that.
16 or 17
Yeah.
years old. He's being compared
Yeah.
to LeBron's, to his father, who's the greatest,
Yeah.
by his father's biggest critic.
Yeah.
Right.
What I found most interesting about it
thought it was cool.
was the fact that he was complimenting LeBron.
You
Skip
can-
never
Yeah.
does that.
That's how you can interpret it too. And
by
that's
the
how-
way, he's right.
That's
LeBron
kind of
would have finished with
That
his
is kind
money.
of how I would interpret it. Is it's almost like a sign of respect and like a rite of passage, saying, "And now, as I have tormented the father, I
Yeah.
shall begin to torment
Yeah,
the son."
exactly.
It almost legitimizes him in
It
a
does.
way because
Sure,
he's saying
Yeah.
you're worth critiquing,
Yeah.
you're worth going after in the same way that I went after.
Yeah.
your
Shoot
father.
at Eagles.
If
not
I
say-
had-
I hate that there's national guys that like decide I'm a LeBron hater and I'm just going to always go with that
That was his
narrative.
brand.
yeah.
Like Nick
He
Wright,
he
who I love.
He makes about $10 million a year, so
do you
it
know
works
Nick?
for him.
Do you know Nick Wright?
He wins.
I do know Nick,
Yeah.
and I think Nick is really
He's great.
underrated. I
He's
think
great.
Yes.
But he loves LeBron and will never say anything bad about him.
Right.
And Skip is like always, and it's like, that's silly because you can critique LeBron and not be a hater in the same
But
But
vein.
it becomes a part of their character, and it also becomes a part of their engagement, and that helps.
That's true, no doubt.
And that's a big
Yeah.
part of it. Conflict, even if I don't even think they totally believe those whole what they're saying, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're playing a role now that they know gets a response.
You're
and
absolutely
who can blame
right.
them?
Skip he carved his lane early. At the time he was coming up, when he was just starting on First Take,
Yeah.
he had decided who are the Eagles in our sports society. And at the time, they were Tiger Woods, T.O., Skip Bayless. Or I'm sorry, LeBron James. So Skip just said, all right, everybody's heaping praise on these guys. And I think it's a little overboard. So I'm going to put all three of those guys in my crosshairs. And Tiger became a front runner who couldn't close deals, T.O. became a showman who was always about himself over team. And LeBron became a guy who didn't want to take the last shot, didn't have the clutch gene, will
Prince
never be Michael
James.
Jordan. Prince James.
Prince
Do you know how
James.
many times I had to sit next to that man within arm's reach and watch
Within
him?
striking distance.
And I'm telling you, it was the thing I'm most proud of in my life is that I never took a swing at him.
Wow.
And I love Skip personally. I really do, because he's not that guy in real life.
Right.
Very soft-spoken, very polite, one of the nicest, most thoughtful people I've ever known. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But when I used to have to hear him
After you'd get
talk
off
that
one of those,
nonsense.
though, after you'd hear him do that, all right, so it's commercial break. Does he go like, sorry about that,
No,
guys? You know what I had to do.
no.
He stays in character.
absolutely believes every word that he says.
Wow.
And then-
Absolutely. Well, now, whether he's talked himself into that position
Right.
or not, he believes it.
And then you juxtapose it with his Tim Tebow love. And
I
it-
know.
Oh, that's naughty.
It was like, hold on. I
Yeah.
would watch. This is crazy. I would watch Denver Broncos games just to see what Tim Tebow would do, and then go watch Skip to see how he was
know.
going to spin
And
it.
that's why he's successful.
Right.
Our ratings
And
during
we're talking
the Tim
about him
Tebow,
now.
I know. Our ratings during the Tim Tebow stuff
Oh my God.
were absolutely the network was throwing parties every day at noon when our show came
because
off the air.
people loved Tim Tebow, and yet he was awful in the NFL.
So
it was a crazy thing.
What Skip did was he just took the lane of contrarian.
Yeah.
And he's such a good debater.
Right, he frustrates his opponents.
Yes.
We need to
exactly
clip
what he
this
does.
segment. You need to send this to him, have him send it out because it's about him and he'll like that. And it's mostly complimentary. And then we'll get his viewers and followers to like us.
I would
that.
rather do with that.
I would love to get a chance to debate
Well, if
Skip.
you do it, I'll
I
send
know
it
it's
to
never
him.
going to happen.
Listen,
but
I'll
At
tell you
some
this.
point, Skip's
Yeah.
going to come
So
on, right?
one of the greatest shows that we've ever did, and Skip will tell you this too, was with Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson would come into the studio. We all became friendly with him.
Yeah.
He had told our producers, I want a 2-hour, this one coming in for one segment and doing one topic,
Right.
no good. I want Bayless for 2 hours. And, Chad is not a bashful guy at all.
No. Yeah.
It was the most compelling 2 hours of television I've ever been involved with.
Wow.
We flew to Cincinnati, did it live from the Bengals locker room. There was a point where Chad, if he was here, would tell you this. There was a point in the show where Chad was on the edge of tears. He was so rattled. He was so thunderstruck at the way Skip came at him with both fists at the same time.
Yeah.
He started the show. They shook hands, and he started the show, Skip did, by telling him everything that's wrong with him. That's hard for anybody to hear.
Absolutely.
But what Skip's logic was, he's gonna need a standing 8 count 2 minutes into this show, and he did, and he never recovered. And I've seen a lot of people that do this for a living, like you. That say the same thing. I want him. I want him.
Yes.
I want him.
Absolutely.
We'd bring them into the studio. We'd give them 10 minutes with Skip, and they would leave with their tail between their legs, saying, "Well, that didn't go like I thought
Absolutely,
it would."
because I think I'm one of, if not the best debater in this town. He's a national debater. That would be
You have to think that.
Absolutely.
You have to think
and
that.
so I would love to get the chance.
But it's something to watch on a daily basis.
It's
Go
the
ahead.
opposite of Chuck Todd from Meet the Press, just so everyone knows.
Shut up.
We have to
The
move on to
absolute
Guardians.
opposite.
But, Jay, real quick.
We're gonna have to leave
mentioned
it
in the
there.
past that possibly Ocho Cinco we might be able to get on it.
Absolutely. No, he is
And
totally.
Skip, too, at some point?
Chad has agreed to do it. It's a matter. I would much rather have him here. So we've got to hope that happens. That for some reason Cleveland
if we
is
could
on
have him
his
the week they
travel
play the
schedule.
Bengals and
I would-
Halloween.
but-
Oh my God.
But he has agreed to come on and do it remotely too.